Afternoon, everybody. June 30th. I want to give you an update. Let you know my saga here on my whitetail clover and apple plot. We had a pretty good rain this morning here in Missouri, but honestly, not a whole lot of rain since Memorial Day. Well, it's a good thing. You see all my trees and the tree protectors. This is Friday. Tuesday or Wednesday, I decided, well, every day the forecast, we're supposed to have rain every other day, and no. The rain comes across Missouri and dries up. Hits this dry air and falls apart in these storms. Anyway, dry enough Tuesday, I geared up and hauled water. I'm so glad I did. You know, typically, you can see there's 6 out of 10 of these trees up already up out of the tree protectors, which are 5 foot. Well, those that aren't, you know, you can see them. I can see the leaves in there. They look good. You know, I never really paid that close attention. It's not like I went and looked in every tube. Well, pulled these tubes to water these trees the other day, and for example, let me take you over here. All my apples. This is a Japanese persimmon. This tree. I'm gonna try here if I can shoot this video down in the tube. But you see how good that looks. Looks great. You know, full leaves. You know, these things were rootstock, sticks with roots, March 13th when I planted them. But I pulled these tubes to water all these trees earlier in the week, and I realized, I pulled this tube. Let's see if I can do this. There's the camera. All right, hang on. I really can't see, but if you can see down in there, I had Japanese beetles like to eat this thing alive. So yeah, doesn't look good, but needless to say, pulled them and got some good chemical, 2 insecticides and a fungicide in this chemical, and I apologize, I can't remember the name right now, but came up and sprayed all these trees. And the bottom half of this persimmon here is good. It was infested on top with the beetle, you know, the high leaves with those beetles. And I tell you what, that chemical killed those beetles. They were dead in minutes. So let's try this again. You see how bad that looks? That's just the top. Down below here, good leaves. Another thing that shocked me, my daughter was up here helping me the other day, and that bottom tree there in the center screen is a Gibson golden apple, by the way. But you see how nice that looks. Well, my daughter, she always helps and comes here when she was messing with the tree tube, and next thing I hear is a scream. Well, she's getting attacked by a red wasp. Damn wasp. Well, I did a 40-yard dash in about 2 seconds, grabbed her, got her out of there, and came back up, and a huge nest built in that tube down there. Needless to say, I killed them. Then when I was spraying these trees, one of these, maybe this next one down, which is a Arkansas black, matter of fact, right there in the center, Arkansas black apple. There was another red wasp nest built in that, but this time on the tree trunk. It wasn't very big, and I killed them. You know, who would think that wasps would build inside of a tree tube? But they do. So anybody that's doing this, be ready for that. Came up and trimmed this clover last week. Look at that. They haven't had a whole lot of rain. Look at that. This looks nice. Let's walk over here. I know any of you all have been watching my videos. I apologize, too many videos, but I'm excited about this thing. This is for all wildlife. This bare spot, I'll come back in here first week of September, and I'll aerate this soil, work it with something, I don't know, a little harrow, I don't know, anything. But I'll scratch the soil, maybe even a rake, scratch these little bare spots up and reseed them. What I think happened, we had so much rain the last week of April and first week of May, terrible flooding here. But I mean 14 inches of rain. You know, this I had burned up here, blew all the leaves and brush and burned this, and what I think happened, I think the seed washed off. So well, you know, that happened. This thing's kind of steep up here, but I'm pleased. Deer definitely using this plot. Seen them in here, seen turkeys. So, but this is for all wildlife. Look at that, how nice that is. If it benefits wildlife in any way, I'm for it. Not just for deer Of course, I'd love to kill some deer. I don't even know if I'm going to hunt this plot hard, but there's some trails, where deer formed trails in my brush back there in my timber coming to this plot. So set up on the downwind side, and we'll see. I'm happy with those. I'm not a trophy hunter, you know. If it helps wildlife in any way, I'm for it. Whether that's squirrels, coons, any of it, it's fine. This is not a food plot to kill wildlife. This is a food plot to give something back, and I tell you, it is rewarding. You know, you watch my early videos, this thing was brush and grapevine. The tops of these trees in here were all tied together. It was kind of a nightmare. But nothing that a little sweat and a sharp chainsaw wouldn't fix. So, we'll see. Deer season, bow season opens the 15th of September. I'm going to hunt some. Not hard till November. Too busy. I'm not going to burn those hours. But I'm going to save it. And you see that spot, bare spot. This plot has been sprayed twice with Arrest Max and Slay. Whitetail Institute. Can't say enough good things about them. Anytime I had an issue, call, they helped me. And they're chemical. Look at this. You see a weed in here? No. That's the answer. No weeds. What you can see, and I burned them with some chemicals, are suckers coming off these stumps. You know, trees, they store all their nutrients, all their energy in the roots. And I tell you, it's sure been a battle. But that's what you're seeing up here. Anything sticking up over this clover is a sucker off a root stump. So, you know, very few bare spots. Well, you know, I think this clover washed and all that rain from there down to here. Look at this. This is beautiful. Beautiful clover. And I apologize for making you dizzy. But yeah, we'll come up here, and this has all been sprayed again. If it doesn't die off, you know what? I'll come up here with some concentrate Roundup, and I'll burn everything. If there's some clover in the middle of this, well, it's going to go. I'll burn it all, kill it, and work the soil and reseed this in September. I don't care how much work it takes. I'm going to have a nice weed-free clover plot. Just because. Helps the turkeys and the deer, and coons. I'm all for it. Yeah, this is that Gibson Golden tree that my daughter was working on. These damn red wasps boiled out of that thing. Well, needless to say, I'll tell you, she's a trooper. Came back up with me a few days later. She helped out again. So, folks, thanks for everything, putting up with all my videos. But I enjoyed bringing you along. And I'll update this thing here again. I'm sure some more, but for sure in the fall, get this thing reseeded. The bare spots, it comes in. All I need is some good rain. Never in my life have I worried about rain. You know, this is like farming on a microscopic level. I'm not a farmer. I feel for what they do. Could you imagine? Your life on the line, all your money, in a 1,000-acre cornfield, and you don't have any rain. They feed us, and good for them. So, folks, thanks everybody for being patient with me. Look at this. This is going to be nice. And more updates later. And I am going to do another orchard. And probably in November. You know what? Probably during gun season. I don't gun hunt. Probably during gun season. Another orchard down below me here. I don't know if I'm going to burn this brush pile out, or maybe below it, but this is it. Dunstan chestnuts. Talk about help wildlife. There'll probably be 10 Dunstan trees in here. Let me get below this. Persimmons. All these persimmons are going to stay. And if there's a persimmon out here in this brush, it's going to stay. But Dunstan chestnuts, 35 feet apart. I haven't measured it, but guessing here, maybe two, 3 rows of them I can get in here. So Dunstan chestnuts. Deer love them. All wildlife love those trees. So I'm kind of excited. 3 or 4 years from this winter, I'll have chestnuts up here. And realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't have one of these trees, some of these trees, fruit next year. And they're too young, too small. I'm sure I'll take that fruit off. It'll hurt the tree. But 3 or 4 years from now, guarantee I have apples. So thanks everybody. More videos later.